Now, this is Beansworld77 here. I'm doing this video for both my channels, but, well, it'll be a different style of video. You can see, or not see, I shouldn't say that, sorry. Sorry, blind viewers. But just for those that can see, you'll see two Braille notes. You have to do this for marketing purposes, I believe. This is the apex on the left. And on the right is the Braille note. I'll show them off properly. There we are. That one isn't plugged in properly, but anyway. Haha. Anyway. So I kind of want to focus more on the Touch Plus than the Apex, because that's what this video is about. And I am doing like tour around the Apex and everything. Well, not tour around the Apex, but just what's on my Apex. Yeah, but it'll be a different video. Now, I'm going to do a tour round this Braille note. Now, you're probably thinking, the Braille note Touch Plus, what's different about it? Well, it probably, when I got this, I thought, where's the screen on this? We'll come to that. Also, this is whereas the Braille note Apex is a PDA running, and the circuitry is very different and everything. This is running a faster processor. It's a Dragon. I've forgotten what processor it is now. That's not going to help any matters. But anyway, and also this is running an Android operating system. So this is a Braille tablet with a Braille display attached. But for those who are unfamiliar and they've seen an older Braille note, then just think of like a Braille note, an older Braille note with a tablet inside of it. That's probably the best way. I mean, it could just be like an old style word processor. I mean, it has got an ARM processor in it. This one has. Oh no, it doesn't have an ARM processor, but it has the same equivalence to an ARM processor. It's just more powerful and faster. Anyways, we'll get to that. So you got your Braille type keys here. That's important. Your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you've got your enter and your backspace. So yeah, and then above you've got your front-facing camera, and you've also got yeah, and that's it. Now, whereas the Apex had 1, 2, 3, yeah, the Apex had 1, 2, 3, 4 thumb keys. On the front of this, you have a back thumb key. You have a back thumb key. You have a forward thumb key, you have next thumb key, which doesn't, the thumb keys don't actually open stuff on this. That's something you've got to remember as well. You have the square, the circle, the square, which is your menu, it's your back, it's your apps. What you've got to remember is some of these keys do about 3 or 4 things, which is something to remember, which is why I'm going to do a separate video on them. This is the triangle key. And by the way, I'm going to show you what's on this Braille note as well. I'm going to talk you through the apps on here. And then you've got the circle key, which is your home button. But it's also your Google button. Now, here's the thing. If you're a first-time user of this thing, I wouldn't use the Google thing, because if you are if you're coming from a school or whatever, and your teachers probably won't want you using Google as much, but I will, for the purposes of this video, I'll show it off. And there are some other bits and pieces. Now, on this side, you've got a button here which is like, I like to call it the command button, because in certain apps you can use that as a command. On the left hand side, you've got, I'm already charging this, so as you can see, there's a USB-C. Now, here's something else to note. You don't have to buy, if anything goes wrong with this charger, you don't have to buy a charger off Humanware. In fact, this charger that I've got actually hanging out the Braille note is not from Humanware. It's the one that came in my speaker. I don't know where the charger came for this. Probably lost it already. Then in the back, let's flip her around. I have a memory stick in the back of this because I'm actually copying some files over. We'll just forget that. You've got an SD card that comes with it. That's an SD card slot. You've got HDMI. Yeah. What else to show on this? The case is very different, but that's really, you've got a pocket on the outside of the case, but it's not really something I need to show off on this. Personally, I will show it because I don't think I've got anything in that's... Yeah, so I can't do it all the way because I've got my memory stick hanging out the back there. But you would massive Velcro, and then you would put your SD cards or whatever. Now, before I unlock this, before I actually get into the good stuff, before I get into the menu and stuff like that, both Braille notes have their advantages and disadvantages. Even though it's running Keysoft on top of Android. Oh, crumbs, I forgot to show this off. So, on each side of the keyboard, you've got clips, and when you have each side, you lift up, and then there's the screen underneath the keyboard. Now, this keyboard, I think it acts as an overlay for the tablet. There's still some techie questions I've got for Humanware.
Charging 4 hours till full.
Yes, we know. Yeah, my only gripes is my only gripes I've got with this is the some of the applications. It isn't fully. It's not fully open sourced. But are there any old Keysoft apps that are in the open source world that we can still get hold of, like they've done with certain speech engines and the like? Because if that is so, then we might have to. We'll be able to get them off off Chrome, because that's something that we will do at a later date. Because I definitely want to get Keybase back on here. I think if we've already got a Keysoft app on an older thing, it won't work on an older thing. But if it's updated, if they've got an updated version of it somewhere out in the wild, that would be great, because I quite liked that app and I would love that back on here, and I think that it worked pretty well. But if not, I'll definitely get a database app on here. I know people are using, a lot of stuff, so it all depends. And yeah, because and like the other one had so on and so forth. But anyway, let's forget about the Apex, because the Apex, if you're moving over from this one, from the Apex's one, or if you're getting this one, the Apex will completely not mean any sense. It is the younger member of the Braille Note family, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unlock it.
7:12 p. Friday, the 25th of April. 7:12 p.m. Charging 4 hours. Voice assist. Unlock.
Oh yeah, before I go any further with this,
4 hours till full.
if you need to get to the bottom of anything, it's just space with dots 456, and we're doing it. So we can press enter and we're in my mail. Let's just get out of that. Now, I'll go through the menu and then we'll go through a few shortcuts. But I'm also going to go through the side menu as well, which is the applications one. So I'll do that first. Hold on. Let me just raise the volume up.
Louder.
There we go.
Accessibility volume set to 60%.
Yeah, we know.
Calendar.
So we got calendar. Hold on. Let me just check what it's on first.
Top. Braille terminal.
Braille terminal. That is for if you want to use this as a Bluetooth keyboard, so basically, or if you have to, or if you wanted to use another computer that's got a screen reader or whatever, or if you wanted to use it to control iPads or whatever, you can do that with that. So that's what that does. Calendar. That's what calendar basically does what calendar does. Camera, yeah, there is a camera on this, but I ain't going to show it off in this video. But I'll show it off in another video. I'll show off some of the apps. I'm not going to open any apps in this video. I'm just going to show you what is on here. Chrome is the web browser that's on here. Google Chrome. Clock, yeah, that's clock. It's got a good alarm clock on here. Contacts is contacts. Dictionary. I didn't know that was on here, but anyway, yeah, it's on here. Drive is Drive. It's a Google app. Easy Reader Plus. I'm not sure what that does, but I'm sure you can get books and stuff on that using that. Files is the browser, the file browser that comes with all key files, and it's one of the best file browsers I've ever used in my life. There you go. I don't know what that does, but I'm sure that's something.
Gmail.
Gmail is Gmail.
Google.
Google is Google.
Google TV.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like TV, so you can watch TV, I guess, if you want to.
KeyBRF.
KeyBRF, I'm not sure what that's for.
KeyCalc.
KeyCalc, that's the calculator.
KeyCode.
Ooh, I don't know what that does.
KeyFiles. KeyList.
Again, I don't know what that does.
KeyMail.
That's the email.
KeyMath.
That's the math.
KeyPlan.
That's the plan.
KeySlides.
Ooh, I don't know what that does either.
KeyUpDaughter.
Now, it says key out daughter, but it's key up data. So that's like your voices, it's the brains of the Keysoft, basically.
Keyword.
Keyword is, and it's now I'm just going to say, out of all processors, keyword is still powerful, but it's not as, I think there are things that it's lacking. Just saying. And by the way, because it's tailored to the classroom, this thing, it's like the word processor back in the day. Programmers and developers could, you could save a .py. I think you could probably still save a .py file, but on this. However, it still works with plain text files, raw text files, which is good, and still works with RTFs, which is the main thing. That's a very important thing to note. Maps, which is maps. Meet, which is a Google program. Photos is photos, I guess. Player music, which is player music, I guess. Play Store is Play Store. Settings is settings.
Unicode map.
That's a map thing. User guide, which is completely unuseful. Yeah, that's one of the gripes of the system. YouTube is YouTube, and that's the icing on the cake. And I think when I get to showing off the apps in another video, I'll show it off, because why not? And there you go.
Main menu. Contacts.
Now the main menu, which is contacts.
Email.
Internet. Play Store. Word processor. Planner.
File manager.
File manager.
Calculator.
Easy Reader. Braille terminal.
All applications.
And all applications. And yeah, so that's literally what we're doing in this, and that's that.
Screen off. Lock screen.
And I'll do other videos with anything else that I put on this, and obviously talk about so on and so forth. Then I will do. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm gonna I'm doing Braille note stuff on my other channel, which is what I do. But for this, because it's a techie one, and I highly recommend this. This is, if for those who've come from the Apex world, get this Braille note, because it's so faster. And even though the open source community, I think the open source community are actually jumping on this now. There are there is going to be a VPN made for it soon. So wait for that. I am definitely looking out for that. So yeah, and that's that. So bye for now.